Survival in the wilderness still depends on the Hadza tribe. It can only be considered unlucky for others to see baboons. They were so sincere when they met. A full pot of meat is stewing in it. Just looking at it makes one feel alluring. Look at this little baboon swimming in the soup. Sprinkle a lethal amount of salt again. This sip is so fresh it's beyond measure. Let's take a look at the hunters of the Hadza tribe together. How to hunt baboons in the wild, right? It is said that the hunters of the Hadza tribe are strong. Take the dogs to look for food every day, even if you come across a lion on the road. For the bones, the dogs all dare to take a bite. Herds of wildebeests can be seen everywhere nearby. I thought they were going to be included in today's menu. The elderly who set up a shelter at home said, "Baboons are much more delicious than wildebeests." Hunters were arranged to go hunting long ago. Wait until this place is done. A bonfire party can be held in the evening. I haven't tasted the baboon yet, but look at the eagerness of the hunters. I knew that the meat must not be bad. It's still the classic model of the old leading the new. There are quite a few young hunters in the team. They hadn't hunted there before. Everyone is thinking about how to find a lone baboon. Generally speaking, they will appear over at the fruit trees. Hunters also enter the hunting state early. Pick up the bow, an arrow, and aim ahead. The walking speed is not very fast. The sounds of baboons can be heard nearby. The specific location is still not very certain. The old hunter said that one couldn't be in a hurry at all. Wait until you determine the target first before launching an attack. After a brief observation, immediately lock onto the position and aim. Everyone has it. All of them shoot and charge forward. In fact, it doesn't matter whether it hits the mark or not. Anyway, just run over first. It has to be said that the hunter's physical strength is really good. Run all the way without catching a breath. If I had the physical strength, I would run to work directly. There's no need to worry about traffic jams on the road anymore. They have entered the hunting range. Try not to make a big noise to scare people away. The old hunter is clearing the way ahead. How is the condition of the baboon observed? Try to kill it with one shot and leave it here. Everyone's attention was highly concentrated. Led by the old hunter, it has successfully entered the shooting range. I wonder if everyone has seen it. The baboon is right there in the bushes. Without further ado, let's shoot directly. Everyone cheered and came to the bushes to mend the knife. Look at their excited faces. I knew that the baboon was going to sacrifice its life today. Good grief. This way, we can still escape to the tree. Hunters are not vegetarians. Keep following to the tree to look for an opportunity. Everyone is trying hard to aim and shoot. These arrows shot upwards one by one. Don't mention that the one above is a baboon. Even a lion wouldn't be able to withstand it. The young hunter still didn't forget to explain below. It indicates that the baboon above is on the verge of death. At this time, the prey is the most dangerous. No one can guarantee that they will not be suddenly counterattacked. It would be best to wait a little longer. Even if the baboon's will to survive is at its peak, it's also impossible to escape from the tree. It seemed as if he had already smelled the aroma of meat. Surely some people are worried that they will fall ill after eating. In fact, with the communication with the outside world, the Hadza tribe knows something too. But the inheritance of hunting does not want to be given up. At most, just eat less of what's less likely to cause trouble. Baboons also take a long time to have a meal. They firmly believe in unique cooking and the strength of one's own digestive system. A mere baboon is just at hand. I have been waiting for some time. The young hunter was getting restless. I don't want to wait any longer. Immediately grasp the branch and climb up. Good grief. It went up with just a few clicks. The people below showed no sign of worry at all. On the contrary, I think he still needs to practice more. If it were someone else, they would have gone in the morning. It said like this: the height is quite exaggerated. Anyway, I said it was terrifying just looking at it. The hunter was running around everywhere up there. I don't feel at all that I will fall down. He has arrived at the baboon smoothly. Everyone is waiting for the prey to come down. At this point, the baboon could finally be seen clearly, if not seen with one's own eyes. I didn't expect to be shot from below. The hunter intends to throw the baboon down directly. Good grief. We almost wiped out the entire group. Everyone's attention was on the baboon. It's really big. Does anyone know how to cook the most delicious food? For the hunters of the Hadza tribe, it must have been stewed directly in one pot. The baboon has no problem carrying it on its body at all. One can still feel its lingering warmth. I can't help but want to imitate. He hasn't eaten baboons for a long time either. Should we cook well today no matter what? Let the whole world understand that baboon meat is really delicious. It can rank among the top 3 in their hearts. It is said that everything tastes like chicken. Baboons are certainly no exception. It will also have a naturally sweet smell. There is no tribe here that doesn't like to eat. Sometimes it is exaggerated to the extent that a group of baboons are wiped out in one day. Every day, I eat it until I burp. It's all baboon flavor. Hurry back and deal with the long-missed delicious food. Although the baboon was said not to be very heavy, but the fur on the body was really too warm. Under the scorching sun, the face turned black from the heat. People don't even want to say much, wondering why no one has taken over yet. The most annoying thing is that the person behind is still laughing. The whole way was filled with laughter and joy. It was only with great difficulty that someone was replaced to carry it. I didn't expect that there would be another little baboon. Sure enough, it's better for a baboon family to be in perfect order. Try to bring all its immediate family members back. Others have long been ready to eat. It has to be said that this place is really nice. I felt much cooler the moment I came back from outside. The best iron pot in the village is used to put the meat in order to stew the meat well. Also get enough firewood. Remove the charcoal fire inside and lay it down. Then add a large amount and burn it vigorously. The key point lies in having a large lung capacity. Otherwise, the fire below wouldn't have shot up. The fire in the early stage has been almost ready. Pick some leaves randomly to clean the iron pot. There is nothing that can be done about the rust on it. Anyway, it's just like taking some iron supplements. It looks a little cleaner too. Preheat the pot directly above the fire. It's better to fix the stones first. Otherwise, if it goes over during stewing, the entire tribe will talk to you about physics. The baboon has been dealt with. Cut them into pieces and stew them in a pot. Who can understand a big pot full of happiness? Some parts have been cooked in advance. Don't say it's not delicious anymore. They all wish they could eat them all raw directly. It's definitely more delicious than the pig's feet in your hand. Young hunters like to eat their hands. Don't be fooled by the blackened surface. The meat inside is very tender. The smell it gives off is very special. It was with great difficulty that I managed to snatch it to eat. It will be even more fragrant when made into fried skewers. In fact, he quite wants to stay as a souvenir. It was the first time in my life to participate in baboon hunting. It's really very memorable. Anyway, how about having a taste? It's just right to endure. It has the same crispy chicken flavor as in the phenomenon. He believes that once he has eaten it, he will never forget it, even if there are no seasonings at all now. The aroma of the ingredients themselves is inviting enough. The more you chew, the more intense the aroma in your mouth becomes. Not to mention the delicious food in that pot. The fragrance keeps flowing into the nose. The heat must be increased for stewing. I can't wait to finish it and start eating in just 1 minute. Pick up the wooden spoon and keep flipping and cooking the meat inside. Good grief. The little baboons were all put directly in there. Just thinking about this meal makes one feel delicious. They really couldn't hold back. As soon as the meat is cooked, I want to pick it up and eat it. While everyone was busy dealing with the big baboon, now it's about eating as much as you can. Even the dog next door has bones biting. The life of the Hadza tribe is so simple and unadorned. The old hunter wasn't in a hurry to take this bite either. Instead, it was there that the bow and arrow were being trimmed. They were still thinking of going hunting again after having their fill. Don't be fooled by the video where there's meat to eat every day. Most of the time, it takes several days to reach the end. It can only survive by eating vegetables and plants. However, a positive attitude should still be maintained. It is believed that hunters can bring back food. I saw someone ask before if this dog is reserve meat. This is definitely not the case. They could be the safety guarantee for hunters when hunting. As soon as I open my mouth, I can eat the meat. I'm still willing to share some bones as a reward. Most of the bows and arrows of the Hadza tribe are made by themselves. The equipment should also be maintained in person on a regular basis. In this way, one cannot shift the blame randomly when hunting. When it comes to cooking, one should admit to practicing more. The baboon meat in the pot has been stewed almost completely. These are actually just enough for them to fill their stomachs a little. The main reason is that there are too many people. Otherwise, 4 or 5 people can still be full. They all gathered around for fear that they wouldn't be able to eat. Watch the meat in the pot being cooked back and forth. Only the little baboon is still not cooked. Some people can't resist the urge to eat first. I swallowed saliva several times. He suggested eating first. Anyway, just waiting here is not a solution. As they were talking, they began to move the spoon. Look, these potatoes are almost cooked soft. If you don't start eating it soon, it will turn into mashed potatoes. The more I eat, the happier I become. When others saw this, they all came over to beg for food. The chef was also very helpless. Why are you not willing to wait for the meat to be stewed well? One by one, they said, just have some vegetables. The eyes were filled with the stewed meat. The chef couldn't resist tasting the flavor either. It is indeed very fragrant. The young hunter turned the meat out of the pot. The fragrance instantly rushed to the face. If this can still be held back, I really have to give it a thumbs up. The chef watched others fiddle with it constantly. There was also a slight waver in my heart. The little baboon has been stewed, almost done. The meat is 100% good, but there is still a bit of a gap before the meal is served. First, add a lethal amount of salt to bring out its own umami flavor. Stir it a little and the broth tastes better. He said it was no different from making soup with an old hen. Instead, it adds an indescribable deliciousness. In short, you won't get tired of eating it every day. Thinking of cooking this little baboon first. Try to let the soup below cook for as long as possible. The one next door couldn't resist the urge to bring the meat up to cool down. Unfortunately, it was stopped in the end, so one can only have some soup and eat some vegetables. When we can have meat is also a problem. I'm really afraid that the soup will be drunk up before the meat is ready. Everyone gathered around the pot after finishing their work, waiting for the meal to start. Now, even the soup tastes delicious. Just thinking about how delicious that meat will be. One spoonful after another, and the soup in the pot is getting less and less. The chef still wants to struggle a little longer, but the effect is not very good. Everyone still wants to finish this pot. Since I can't stop it, I can only love to eat. It's just that the little baboon needs to keep stewing. This meat is even more delicious than imagined. The texture is a bit like beef brisket. The taste is the same as that of turkey. This wonderful combination goes well together. Take every bite. One could feel the meat quivering. But to be honest, it's really a hassle to eat. Those with poor teeth are likely to break. The little baboon is so delicious when stewed. I'm really curious about what will happen to that big baboon. The chef thought that too little salt was still added. Another big bowl should be enough. The meat doesn't taste good now. Good grief. I suggest we take a bite of salt and a bite of meat instead. The amount they put in is enough for me to use for a week. The others were very satisfied with the meal. All indicated that the saltiness was just right. This soup becomes more and more addictive the more you drink it. The meat has been stewed in the pot for such a long time. It must be a lie to say it's not delicious. It's just a little bit of a pity. There are more edible parts inside the large baboon. It's impossible to put all the pot in. I don't know if there's a chance to get something to eat tonight. Look at this big piece of a bone intestine. It has been stewed for so long and still remains so resilient. It won't come off even with a little force. The juice kept bursting in the mouth. Just this one alone is enough to make several bowls of rice shine. Now it's getting more and more delicious the more you eat. Let's all get rid of these scraps first. The remaining meat continues to be stewed in the pot. Come after the hunt in the afternoon. It is guaranteed to be more delicious than it is now. There are also small desserts to have after the meal. Such days are really wonderful. I wonder what else is in the Hadza tribe's recipe. Let's wait and see together.